Welcome to the show, y'all. How y'all doing today? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Everybody good? Sam Silk here. Saturday Relationship Hour. Come on in the room. Come on in. We waiting on you.
Where did that come from?
What?
Like, come in the room. Like, everybody
says
it.
that.
It's like a thing.
One person said it, and then we all just started saying, come on, like we psychics. Come on in the room.
Right.
We waiting for you.
I was wondering,
Yeah. I don't know. What's up, Asia? All White Affair is May 27th. Did y'all get y'all tickets yet? Did you get yours yet? We want to hear from you today. Sam Silk Show. Welcome aboard, baby. Welcome aboard. All right, so we got two situations going on. First one up, let's read today's letter. Actually, you want to go to the letter or you want to go to the call that we're going to be discussing on there first, too?
maybe we should do the letter first.
Okay. All right. Let's read today's letter and then we get to it.
Okay. Dear Sam, my boyfriend was diagnosed with cancer. It has been a very painful time watching him go through chemotherapy and attending weekly doctor's appointments with him. After many long treatments and doctor visits, I'm thankful to say my boyfriend is now in remission, but he is on a 2-year plan for maintenance chemotherapy treatment. He has also resumed his pre-cancer diagnosis lifestyle. The problem is that now our sex life is non-existent. I have questioned the lack of intimacy, and he said that he no longer has the desire for sex because of the toxic chemicals in his body. I love my man, and I'm grateful that his health is improving, but I am a healthy woman with a healthy sexual appetite. It is a difficult topic for him. I have recommended seeing their specialist, but he won't take any erectile dysfunction pills. I don't want to end my relationship, but I also don't think I deserve to be deprived of one of the benefits of being in a healthy and loving relationship. Help.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was paying attention, but I wasn't.
Oh, Sam.
I saw Hillary Clinton was about to put in her bid to run for president again. I just saw that.
Oh, please don't.
If she does, it's a conspiracy between her and Trump. All right, moving forward.
Okay.
All right. We'd like for her to win, but it wouldn't happen, I don't think. All right. All right, my boyfriend diagnosed with cancer and it's been a very painful time watching.
She wants sex. He
Okay.
can't. He had cancer. He's in remission.
Okay.
He's still keeping up with the chemotherapy, but because of the chemotherapy, he doesn't want to have sex with her because of all the chemicals in his body. She wants him to take some erectile dysfunction pills, but it's a touchy subject for her. She doesn't want to get out of the relationship, but she wants to have sex.
We'll go buy some toys, masturbate, and then you'll be fine. Sit there and do it in front of him and see if he gets you wrecked then. And talk to his doctor and get what let his doctor do the talking on this. You don't know exactly what he needs. And then you got to be a little sensitive. This man was in fear of losing his life.
Yeah.
And, most of the time women say that's all men think about is sex. Well, he wasn't. He was thinking about his life. And so he's probably in a state of shock. I'm only imagining. He may be going through something that, he feels like, man, I almost died.
Absolutely.
So you need to be sensitive to that and give him some time. What would you do if your breast got taken off or you went into remission and then, he wanted to and you didn't want to?
Yeah.
I'm just being real. So think if that was you.
Yeah, it's really rough.
Yeah, Cookie said the same thing.
Yeah.
Get some damn toys and get them. I saw this one toy they have. It's a machine. And it does this.
Well, what if she wants a nice warm body?
Lay her body right next to him right there. And hit the machine. That's what you do. Have fun. Might turn them on.
I don't even know about the zum. That's just a mess. Amy Jo said, give him some time. He's been through a lot of changes in his body. Love is more important than sex any day. If you really love him, you would understand this. Cancer is no joke.
That's right.
That's for sure.
That's right.
Ooh, that's. I mean, sex is a very important part of a relationship.
But it doesn't hold a relationship together.
It does not. But what is she supposed to do? She wants sex.
I just told you what she's supposed to do.
But what if she doesn't want a toy?
Okay, then leave him and then go on about your business.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Amber said, grow up and deal with it. His body has gone through some and you worried about some sex. Worried about the wrong thing. His health is more important.
It's just like when you horny and y'all don't feel like doing it. When a man's horny, y'all don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel bad if we go and rub one off?
I don't know.
You rather him rub it off than to go out there and cheat.
Yeah.
And so then once he rubs it off, he go to sleep fine, he good. And that's what you ought to do. Go get you something and have some compassion for your man. Have some compassion, because if it were you would feel something. You'd be on the phone with your girl. I don't feel like it. He wants to, and I just, and then all the girls and people, you no good. He ain't nothing. He ain't blank. He ain't this and that. The man just got through fighting for his life.
Yeah.
I only can imagine. I would not want to go through that on either side.
Well, I had to find a comment in favor of this lady because everybody, has been dumping on her, saying that she's selfish and,
What's the comment?
all those things. Nefertiti said, some people really underestimate the power of sex. When you truly love someone, you yearn for their kisses, touch, energy, love, and sex.
True.
Some folks use sex as a way to communicate. Sex may be their love language. It's nothing wrong with that. She is doing her part as his girlfriend. Kudos for standing by your man during his health crisis. I'm happy he is in remission. Yes, this is a difficult time for him as he is fighting for his life, but it's also a very stressful time for you too. Things aren't the same, and over time, that can start to wear on you too. You're not being selfish. You simply need your man and some great sex from him. Maybe toys will entertain you for a while. Continue to pray.
That's right. Get you some toys and pray.
Yeah.
Some people say you can't get toys and pray. Look, get you some toys. Lay there with your man. And, I'll tell you, I was just going through the internet and I ran into something. It was a machine. It's a machine. It's an actual machine. Like this. Matter of fact, like this.
Oh, gosh.
Like this microphone. And ladies use it.
So go get you a machine.
I don't know what they call it, but look it up. Just look up sex machine and see what comes up on the internet.
Amy said, Sam Silk, your sound effects are hilarious.
Do they sound like that, Amy? Then they got the other one that goes.
Don't make him make more noises, Amy.
The cord went out.
Tahira said, give him some time. Cuddle, rub, caress. There are other ways to receive pleasure. Consider a support group.
A support group. What they talking about in a support group?
I think you need a support group. Not only
a sex support group, you wind up screwing the people that's in there in your support group.
Not just sex, but any time that a family member goes through, an illness or something like that, sometimes you need to talk to people who are going through similar situations so that they can help you out, give you some suggestions, stuff that worked for them. Does anybody have a similar situation where somebody had an illness and you had to work it out?
Tell me, what would you do? 888-409-0931. How would you handle this situation? I mean, people really deal with this. It's really not funny because you do have compassion and you still have your needs that you want. Just like, for example, you still need to go to work.
Yeah.
With someone sick like that, someone still got to go to work and take care. So you know what I mean. So
get him back and forth to the doctor and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up, Lakeisha's checking in, Tiffany checking in, Hara is checking in. How you doing?
Yeah.
How to deal with his diagnosis. The support group. Okay, you read that one already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree, Tahira. Tiffany said,
Yeah, but she said, who just looked up sex machine? Look it up and see what happens. Let me see if it's real. Let me put it up there. Sex machine. Hold on. Go ahead.
Tiffany said, do what you have to do, but don't do anything stupid. And you have a sick husband. Stick with him and nourish him back to the way you like him. Now, this isn't her husband. This is a boyfriend.
It is true. It is true. So it's not. Yeah, it is true. It's called Premium by Sex Machines. I won't click it because I don't want to go to no porn.
Please don't click it.
All right.
Don't click.
Well, I Googled it, so it is true then.
Emma said get some toys and include him in it.
See?
But see, it doesn't seem like it's kind of a touchy subject for him because he's feeling a little sensitive about it.
Yeah, now his ego is involved and he might feel that you're not sensitive to him in remission.
I think that's why you need counseling. You need some type of intervention because that's a lot.
Intervention.
Nobody knows.
So someone's going to come over and talk to him while he's at home?
No.
We came over here to talk to you because your wife's, she wants us to intervene with your...
Counseling. I don't think we do enough counseling.
Erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, she wants to fix it.
Or what you do is you can talk to the doctor and see if it's okay.
Yeah.
Go to Chinatown or go to a health food store. Mm-hmm. Chinatown has great health food stores. And they have those type of natural herbs. And maybe you can chop them up and put them in his smoothie. And he automatically would just be like, "Ruh!"
Okay, now I heard that the drugs for chemotherapy are so strong that people in your house can't even use the same toilet seat and stuff like that because
that's real.
It can affect them as well. So, I don't know.
The radiation or something.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is serious. So you need to go to that support group like somebody mentioned.
Yeah.
And then I only can imagine how him feeling a certain type of way, not being able to feel complete, if that makes sense.
But okay, now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This isn't her husband.
Oh, this is not her husband?
No, she's a girlfriend.
Oh, this is a girlfriend?
She's a girlfriend. She's been, nursing him back to health and all that.
Yeah.
Is it terrible if she says, this is a bit much for me as a girlfriend?
It's not. It's because she need to do that versus lead him on. Now, but if she really loves him, she can stay there. She can stay there. Don't be selfish. If she really loves him, then she'll be there with him. I gotta say it like this. Think about if you can handle it. If you can't handle it, I get it.
Yeah.
And see, these are real conversations that people need to have when you first meet somebody. Could you handle if something happened to me?
Yep.
Could you handle this? How would you handle? Be honest. Don't tell me, baby, because what you're looking at is great. You're looking at health. Mm-hmm. But if something happens to me, would you be there for me?
Right.
Will it be too much for you?
Absolutely.
I remember, man, because in life you never know what you're gonna go through. You never know what happened. And like I mentioned this before, everybody has their challenge in their relationship. You don't know what that means. And everyone stands up at a wedding and they say, for sickness and what?
And health.
And health, right?
Yeah.
So, but you don't know what the trial gonna be. People might think the sickness is a cold.
True.
Oh, it's a little diabetes. It'll be all right. No, but diabetes and all that stuff has some real bad,
Absolutely.
People die from that.
Absolutely.
And so, people don't think about the cancer. People don't think about, if she loses all her hair. Men get breast cancer as well. People don't think about these things.
Yeah. Felicia said, open the relationship. She has needs too.
She says what?
Open the relationship. She has needs too.
What does that mean? Go screw somebody?
Have an open relationship. If he's not willing to talk about even fixing the problem, what is she supposed to do?
Well, if you can't handle it, leave. And be nice and do it cordially. Do it right.
Yeah.
And I'll come back when my thing is up and it's working and I'm successful.
I can't imagine how difficult it would be to talk to family and friends about something this sensitive because they're looking immediately like, okay, this guy has cancer, so you suck as a human being for even asking these questions. But she still has
Did you
issues.
read Bernadette's?
Okay, let's see. Bernadette said, I have compassion because my mother went through chemo and radiation. Both of those are rough, to say the least, to endure. My mother was very tired, fatigued, and everything else in between. It damaged her nerves and her hands and feet. You don't know what that person goes through mentally or physically.
That's right. That's right.
I think we understand how difficult it is for the cancer patient, but a lot of people don't understand how difficult it can be for the family. Like Bernadette, I'm sure she was very affected seeing her mom, go through those things. But, where do people go to talk about that?
Yeah. Where do you go? And I'm glad that they have places to go because you need that. You said you hit something on the head. You said we don't do counseling. We need to do counseling. You need to talk. And sometimes we don't want to, especially the black community don't want to do it.
Right.
We're going to pray.
We're going to pray it away.
Oil on you. And
right.
You're going to be delivered.
And that's it.
And then you don't see the person ever again until they've gotten worse.
Right.
888-409-0931. I want y'all to listen in to this right quick. I want y'all to listen in to this conversation from a few minutes ago. Can you still be friends? Let's just chime in and listen up and then give me your take. All right. And so we asked the question, is it okay to talk to, to remain friends with your ex if you're in a new relationship? Some people don't feel comfortable with that.
Good afternoon, Sam, the second one. How are you?
I'm good. Talk to me.
Okay, Sam, people go into relationships trying to change each other when they should just enjoy the relationship. If this guy is doing nothing but texting, if he hasn't given any other telltale signs that he is messing around on her, she shouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
I have a best friend, a male, okay, and we used to be a couple, but no longer. We're better friends, a couple. And this is the honest to God truth. I talk to this man probably about 12 times a day.
You got a man?
And I'm sorry, what?
Do you have a man?
No, I don't have a man, but he has a woman. Yes.
Okay, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you be shocked if your man was talking to another woman 12 times a day?
No, I wouldn't.
Lying, I hear in your damn voice, you liar.
No. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen to me. If you could read the text that him and I text back to each other, it would be funny. Because sometimes he calls me and he says, I just need some comic relief. I mean, he'll be at work or something. We have that type of relationship. But, like I said, if he's not doing anything but texting, and this is it, he's not coming home.
I hear you. Let me break it down to you. Right? You said
break it down.
he has a woman, right?
Yes.
Okay. You said that he texts you 12, you talk to him almost 12 times a day, right?
Yes.
Okay. The average man ain't talking to his damn wife that many times a day. He may talk to her 6 times a day. So if he talked to you 12 times a day and you got to make him laugh, what does his wife do?
Okay, for one thing, Sam, people have different purposes. I am a friend, and that is it.
So
I'm sure you can talk to some of your friends, some of your male friends a little differently, or you might get advice from a male friend or a female friend that you wouldn't get maybe from your wife. Or something like that. It's not cheating.
No, I didn't say it was. I didn't say that. Okay.
No, but you made it sound like you made it sound like, oh yeah, you're talking to him.
I got a test.
What if he's talking to his woman?
So what happened if you was locked in a room, right? You was locked away. Yeah. You and 2 men was locked away, right? And your horniness.
2 men were locked away.
Yeah. And you had to choose. They had you, and they had these 2 guys. One was the friend you've been knowing, and one was somebody who you just met, okay? And you're on an island, and
Yes.
you had to fulfill your horniness. You had to get it out the system. Which one of the guys would you choose to give it to in that current situation? The guy you just met, went out on a couple of dates, or the guy you've been talking to
Yes.
12 times a day? Be honest.
The stranger.
You liar.
No, Sam, I have no reason. No, Sam, I have no reason to lie at all.
I know. It's just radio.
Because with me and this man, he's like a brother to me.
All right, we're going to finish this conversation. Hold on. I want you all to be the judge. Listen to what she's saying, and do you agree with it? DM me on Instagram and Facebook. Sam Silk Show. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think from that? All right. Still more. We talking about both conversations. You pick it. Go ahead and pick up where you left off at.
As far as the old conversation or
Wherever you
new
want to
one?
pick up at.
Okay. Let's see. Alicia said, "Wow, I'm 55 year age single woman, and the one thing I can say is hang in there. Both of you need to pray about it because intimacy starts with true love, and rather than looking for a need you may already have, sex doesn't completely give you intimacy, but looking at yourself differently. Instead of looking for a need, start loving yourself by fondling yourself and caressing your hair, face, legs, and body. Ask him to join you, even if it means arousing you to climax in another way. Hang in there, my sister. God bless."
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take some calls here. Sam Silk Show. Hello.
Hey, Sam Silk.
How you doing?
I was listening at this lady. This lady's full of it. I had a husband. My husband passed away. I didn't talk to my husband 3 times a day. Who you gonna talk to 12 times? I ain't got a friend in Cleveland I could even sit down and talk to 12 times a day. She's full of it. She's still in love with that man.
She feels.
12 times a day. Wait till
How in the hell you gonna talk to somebody 12 times a day?
He called
I
her just to
talk
get
my
a joke.
Children, my friends, nobody that long, that
Right.
many times.
Yeah. All
No,
right.
she's still in love with that man. That's what it is.
All
You ain't
right.
got nothing you can be talking about 12 times a day.
That's right. All right. Sam Silk Show.
Hey, Sam,
Hey.
I got to comment on this, okay?
All right, we listening.
Now, I just heard the previous speaker talking about she calling her quote unquote best friend, which is also
Her
her
ex-man.
ex-man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
12 times a day, and he got a woman.
Right.
Let me tell you something. It ain't got nothing to do with me being jealous, because I am single, but it don't have nothing about jealousy or insecure. But if I had a man, and he was calling his ex 12 times a day, just because he needs to get a smile on his face, if I can't make him smile, we got a problem. If you spending time with her, talking to her 12 times a day, what the heck do we got to talk about? You ain't got enough time to talk to me. She can laugh, and I like when you was picking her. Because, see, one thing I know about a woman, when them horns get to coming out of her head with their ex, and you get somebody like you who pick her violin, she stutters when she got to come up with the right answer. Ain't no right answer. You not going to talk to my man no 12 times a day. And if my man got to call you 12 times a day and y'all got to talk 12 times a day, and that's your ex, you should have stayed with your ex. You in the wrong household.
Uh-oh. All right. Wait till you hear part 2 of the conversation when we come back.
Okay.
All right. Woo-wee. Yeah, that's a lot there.
Yeah, she was fumbling.
Right.
She's in love with him.
12 times a day. Hell, I wish I would. I'm not talking to nobody.
See, that's the problem when you say, "Is it okay to still talk to your ex?" And then people say, "Okay, yeah, live and let live," but then you get
They
this
talk
craziness.
12 times a day.
And he seems like he's into it too. If he's
He calling her because he need a smile on his face today
at the job.
at the job. I just need to get a good laugh. Let me call my ex-girlfriend who's now my friend.
Right.
Tell me
Instead
something.
of creating intimacy with your person,
Right.
you doing it over here.
Right.
Okay.
All right, more comments before we go.
Let's see. Steve was trying to tell me about a comment on one of your pages that was.
Oh, he put the
wonderful.
link there. He put the link up there.
Can you click it? Because I
there you
can't
go.
click it off of here.
All right. There you go. Let's see. Which one he got? Oil. What is?
He
what-
said the last comment.
The last comment. It's a lot. Is it up? Is it up? Is it up? Is it up top? Last comment. You think it'll be up top or it'll be on the bottom? That says 1 hour 9 minutes ago. No, it'll be all the way down here. Maybe he means that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't know, Steve.
We don't know, Steve. It's
He said at the top.
at the top.
This better be a good one, Steve. Gene said, "There's
Oh,
no
he
way my
says-
man would be talking to no woman 12 times a day. I put a stop to that. She needs to get a man of her own and a life. She thinks she is slick. Talking to the ex is hello and goodbye. Right.
Okay, selfish or self-serving. After fighting for his life, she expects him to get freaky just because the doctors consider him in remission. His body is still healing, detoxing, and recovering. He needs to wrap her arms around and hold him. I guess it means she needs to. Not wrap her legs around his waist, demanding some D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah, man, but that's a lot. That is a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I'm with it was one you read though. What was her name? Nefertaria. It's talking about she needs some.
Yeah.
That we not being sensitive. We not being real.
Right. Well, okay. I have realized that people operate differently in different scenarios. Some people are sexual beings, and that is a priority to them. But some people can go long spans without it. And that's just how they operate. But
Right.
for somebody who it's important to, she might have to make a different decision.
And get out now. And don't come back once he's fine.
Right. Just leave it
Leave
alone.
him alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave him alone. Last comments before we wrap it up.
Atana said, "I would rather be alone and concentrate on my health than have someone in my life in my time of need concentrating on themselves." I agree. I mean, you know, that's something they're gonna have to work through.
All right, guys, leave your comments here. Get those tickets for the All White Affair. We see you May 27th at the Improv downtown Cleveland, 6 p.m. That's on a Sunday Memorial Day weekend. SamSilkwithY.com. Cop those tickets for only $15 in the month of April. They're like $20 and $25 next month. All right, so cop them. Get them. Appreciate you. You can always inbox me, email me at SamSilkwithY.com. We'll do it again tomorrow. Turn on the radio, man. 93.1 ZAK to check out the rest of the show. All right, download the app if you don't have it.